Yeah, it looks like that a little bit.
So this is a big dude.
Yes.
I'm sorry, and the shadow one represents what?
Near range.
Okay, and the green is his range.
That's arm's range.
Oh, arms range. Sorry, I forgot that this game uses that sort of thing. Sorry. You said arms range. I thought you meant his arms range.
And I am going to give you a quick full image of this guy. That is what his entire body looks like, so you can get a good idea. And,
yeah, one of the guys who was trying to kill David the Gnome, except for the tail.
Yeah, and, that tail looks like it's got a pretty decent range on it.
Okay. First question. They're engaged in some combat. It's possible that they don't know we're approaching. Do we want to try like a stealth attack? I assume we're trying to kill this monster, since the other person seems like they're not an imminent threat.
Yeah, it looks like the one person is down. That scorpion beast is standing over him, looking like he's getting ready to give a finishing blow to him.
Yeah, I guess I would suggest taking this opportunity to try to get an ambush. I'm looking at the ambush rules right now.
Page is that?
Page 90. We could do a sneak attack. We would have to roll opposed sneak.
Cool, I just took agility damage, so let's see. That's probably not going to happen on my end.
How does Clingerton look? I mean, he is kind of our stealthy boy, right?
I have +7.
Oh, damn. Okay, Clingerton, do you want to go in there, try to get a sneak attack? It basically just gives you a free attack before we draw for initiative. You would have to roll roll an opposed roll for sneak. I don't actually know what that means, what they would be rolling. I guess some sort of awareness.
Yes.
Wits.
Alright, I'll risk it. What do I have to lose but the character?
That's the spirit. Dang, look at all those successes.
Right. And you got successes. And he is considered a monster, so he does not have a relevant skill. So your successes, you do manage to sneak up on him and get your free attack.
So I'd be there. Or would you rather there?
You do need to be probably within arm's length if you're going to make a melee attack. But I guess it's your
Both of
shot.
those were in arm's length, but one was a little deeper into it.
So yeah, I mean, it depends on how we want to do it. In this game, we use zoned combat, so it's less specific about where you are.
Yeah, as long as you are within that arm's reach aura, you can make an attack.
I figure here because, like, in the story of the game, this guy is in front of this guy, then the scorpion is facing the soon-to-be body. So I'd be at his back.
Correct.
To me, yeah.
And that's kind of my reasoning. Alright, so I have ambidextrous and knife fighter. I can draw both weapons with a single draw weapon action, but can I attack with both weapons as a single attack action?
Well, so you actually get a free action. It's slow or fast, but not both. So it's not like a full turn. But I guess in this case, I would argue that since we heard combat, we drew our weapons outside.
Okay.
That's what I thought I heard people say.
Well, I was just asking if I get 2 attacks because I have 2 weapons out. I'm not sure how this works.
Do you have a talent that says you can do that?
I just have the ambidextrous talent.
Because I have Sword Fighter, and rank 2 of Sword Fighter, which I don't have yet, by the way. Rank 2 of Sword Fighter is one that lets me attack 2 targets. So I think it's specifically a thing unless there's an attack action that says you can attack with 2 weapons.
And what does the talent say?
You are skilled in the art of fighting with one close combat weapon in each hand. You have a primary weapon in your favored or sword hand and a secondary weapon in your other hand. You can draw both weapons with a single draw weapon action. That's all it says.
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
let
just-
you get extra attacks.
Okay.
But I'm saying, is there also is there a combat action that lets you attack with 2 weapons? Specifically, not a talent, I mean.
I'm looking at the combat actions now.
What page is those, by
Let
the
me
way?
see.
86. Slow actions and fast actions. I don't see anything that looks like a double attack.
That would probably be covered under a talent.
I would guess, yeah.
Like I said, Sword Fighter has the being able to attack 2 targets in 1 attack. So
I found it. I didn't put the ranks in. Rank 1, you can use your secondary weapon to perform 1 extra attack per round as a fast action. It must be a light weapon, and the attack is modified by -2.
What talent is
Gotcha.
it again, by the way?
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
So,
Cool. I don't think
You
that
would-
applies in this case because you only get 1 action in this case. It could be slow or fast, but because you only have 1 action, you couldn't use your second one for a fast double stab.
the 1 attack.
All right.
This is my first combat too, so bear with me, guys.
All of ours.
You guys didn't get into a fight in
Nope.
the first session? Okay. Okay, let's
We've
do it.
never been in a fight before. This is our first time. We chose not
Speaking
to
of which,
attack the little girl.
Give me a second. My cats are getting into a fight on each side of the curtain here.
Yikes. Okay, while you do that, I'm going to just put my levels in each of my towns, as I forgot to do that.
All right, there we go.
Cool.
All right,
so I guess
that would be a melee strike,
That is correct.
+1 because I'm a knife fighter.
All right.
nice.
Oh,
And
did you
you
not
also-
fill out your weapon field?
No.
Oh. Because that's
Not that I
also
can
all
see.
one thing itself.
Yeah, you should also get a bonus, like a gear bonus on this roll for your actual knife that you're fighting with.
Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, here we go.
Ooh,
Okay.
not a good roll.
I don't
That's
know if that included my +1 for knife fighter. Miscellaneous skill +1. Yeah, it did. Okay.
All right. Are you going to push?
You know what? That's only 2 damage. I think I will.
Yeah, live large.
So 1 willpower, right?
You
Well,
don't
right
have
now-
to spend it yet. I think the first push is free.
That is correct.
Well, you know, other than the 2 damage.
Yeah, right. The 2 damage.
And
you'll
that
take.
damage goes to strength.
Yes. Don't forget to check off the 2 willpower afterwards, too,
All right.
that you're gaining.
And, you know, removing the dice.
Yeah.
I thought that would have worked. I
You
changed my
have to
die
lower...
pool.
Yeah, no, you have to lower the thing.
I don't know how to do that. I just clicked the skill die from 2 to 0, and I thought that would have worked.
Well, no, you're
Well, you
removing it from your base. But,
yeah, your base would go down to 2. And your base would just go down to 2 dice, and your skill and your gear would stay the same.
Okay. Should I try again?
yeah, just, you know, do 2 less and just roll a normal roll. It's just really no difference.
There you go.
Hey, there's that success.
So, you are going to do your weapon damage plus that success.
Okay, let's see what damage is.
Yeah, there's a lot on this
Plus
stat
one,
block.
or just one.
All right.
One.
Mark it.
Cool.
All right. So now we need to draw for some initiative. And this guy is a bit beefy. And he actually goes twice in a round.
Uh-oh, sorry, Kling.
Nice
Yeah.
knowing y'all.
Well, I
I
mean,
need
you
to
just
pull
took
out
damage to the thing he's going to attack you at, so it's probably not helpful for you.
Did anybody take a talent affecting initiative?
Nope.
Not. Let me double check, but I don't think I have.
Oh, when you succeed with a sneak attack, I have the path of the killer. You can spend willpower points to increase damage. So that means I get
yes.
to expend my willpower that I've already gained.
Yes.
How much can I spend per turn?
If it doesn't give a limit, then you can do as much as you want.
Dump it. Dump it all into his back.
6 willpower going away now. So add that 6 to the damage.
All right. So now that you're doing more than one, I'm going to make an armor check.
Damn.
This is Chitness armor. None. All right. And that was 7 altogether. All right. Now I will deal these initiative cards out.
Sorry, was there a second one there because there was actually 2 in the room, or?
I'm putting him out so that he gets his 2 cards.
Because he gets 2 actions per turn. That's interesting, but cool. Okay.
What? Hold on here.
We've been doubled up on the turn order.
Yeah.
You got rid of too many of the monsters.
Yeah. Try this again. There we go. All right.
Well, looks like your guy gets to go back to back.
Yes, he does. All right. It looks like Don Deus goes first.
Oh boy. Domdeus, I assume has his bow out, right?
I would presume so.
He is going to, and I guess he's at short range. Is that right? Gotta get used to the ranges here. I believe, though.
25 meters away, be short range.
All right. So we've got arm's length, we've got near, we've got short, we've got long, and we've got distance. So I guess GM, you tell me. I know we put like a little zone around the guy for arm's length and for near range. I feel like I'm outside of that, which is why I guessed I was at short range. But what do you think?
Or we can say each square on the map is 5 foot, so 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 feet roughly. So yes, that would put you at short range.
Cool. So when I'm making a ranged combat roll, I'm rolling at a modification based on my range. At short range, it's -1. At long range, it's -2. Distant is -3. I've got to aim. So there should be a -1 penalty. Shoot is a slow action. A roll for marksmanship and the weapon's gear bonus. It can be dodged. To parry, you need to have a shield. Okay, so it's basically just an attack. I could also take a fast action to aim. Let me see here. So I think I'm going to do that. I would take a fast action to aim, which would give me a +1 bonus to attack, which would cancel out my range penalty. Aim and shoot in the same round. You cannot save it for a later round. Makes sense. Alright, cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just making my marksmanship roll with the gear bonus. Although first I want to check, is there a way that I can set this short bow up? Oh, yeah, I guess that did it. Marksmanship is 2, yep. I don't know why I have 0 skill and 2 for gear. Okay, here we go. Ooh, yeah, 2 successes, look at me.
Nice roll. Alright.
Okay, the damage on my short bow is 1. So I assume that's 1 for succeeding, and is it an additional 1 because I got an additional success?
Off with your damage for your weapon, which looks like it's a 1, and then you add your successes.
Ah, so that becomes 3 total damage.
Right, and he's gonna use his chitinous armor. Make sure I clear out my dice pool.
I always thought it was pronounced chitin.
I've heard it said both ways, honestly. Oh, but he absorbed 2 of my damage.
And you said you did 3 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes 1.
Domdeus is flashing back to his time in the war, although never before has he faced a foe as monstrous as this, and he's not used to that, armor plating. Chitinous armor.
And that was both of your actions, correct?
Indeed, yes. I aimed and then I shot.
Haddock, you are up.
Yeah, gonna take a run, which gets me there. And I guess I'll save my other action for a dodge or something.
Okay. The scorpion takes his first action. His first turn. He turns around looking at Klingerton, who stabbed him very righteously in the back. He looks at you quite nastily. You see. Ooh. He hit you with his poison fang.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Scorpion beast's tail rattles like a cobra before it thrusts against an adventurer, stinging them with its poison. Roll for the attack using 7 base dice and weapon damage 1. Stab. This attack is too fast to dodge. The victim is hit and suffers 1 point of damage or more. They are injected with a paralyzing poison with potency 9.
So there's nothing I can do about this? Can't
Do you have
parry it?
armor?
Oh, hold on.
Studded leather.
Unless it is specifically noted in the monster attack description, it cannot be parried.
Whoa. Where did you read that? Was that in this attack description?
I think that's
it's in the DM's book under the monsters.
Gotcha. Wow, damn. So it can't be dodge or parry.
So it's
just
very
like
much it's very much a Witcher's game in that you parry people and you dodge monsters. Except for this one.
Gotcha. Except for this one, there's no getting away from that.
Well,
shit.
I mean, if you can soak all the damage, then you're not gonna be paralyzed.
True. Fair point.
So I
And you can. Well, first you're gonna make an armor roll. Do you have any armor?
Yes.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Not bad.
So you are only going to take, let me see, I was damage 1 plus my successes. So you're going to take 2 points of damage.
Is that under willpower or is that somewhere else?
That is going to be your strength.
Okay, that brings me down to 0 strength. But I took 2 strength from that push I took earlier.
Ooh. So I think you're broken. You take a critical. First crit of the game.
Wait. Does it bring you to 0 or does it bring you less than 0?
Just to 0.
So, I mean, it's under 0 that's a crit, right? Or is it to 0 that's a crit?
I assumed it was to 0, but I don't know. Worth checking.
We want to make sure before we kill Klingerton.
Yeah, probably.
Here, I'm going through now. Social conflict, weapons.
Broken, page 107. When an attribute score reaches 0, you're broken. Put out of action one way or another. Exactly what it means to be broken depends on the attribute. So for strength, you're knocked senseless. You roll for a critical injury for the type of damage you suffered. That's on page 196. If you're not dead, you can only crawl and mumble through the pain. You can't perform any other actions, and you can't roll for any skills.
Stab is 198, by the way.
Yeah, I actually don't have that table set up yet, regretfully.
It's 198 of the book, though.
And that is a stab.
It's a D66 roll.
Okay, so do we let Ark roll this, or do we have the DM roll it?
The rolls for the injury.
Wait, who does?
The player.
Okay, so roll 2d6, Ark, and see your fate.
And you should have a D66 button underneath the dice pool.
61, that's... I think you might be dead.
Oh no!
Oh! So yes,
Clay.
you have a severed arm artery. It is lethal.
Oh, but you can survive it.
Yes.
What does lethal -1 mean?
That
Clay,
means...
a 2-weapon fighter, and you just lost an arm after your first 2-weapon attack. It wasn't even a 2-weapon attack.
I believe... Let me bring this back up.
Oh, if I only had 1 more XP, I could take the thing where I can heal criticals.
So
I mean, you'd still lose the arm.
I feel like you'd still lose the arm. Yeah, I don't know if you can heal a severed arm.
No, I can't put stuff
not
back.
It
like,
is
you mean
not
I could make him not die.
Hold on. It is not a severed arm. It is a severed arm artery.
Right, but it still says 2-handed weapons cannot be used. So
that is effects during the healing process.
If he survives, this is a lethal hit.
Now I'm bringing up the critical injuries to see what that -1 means real quick.
Yeah, from my memory, it's like there's a time limit, and certain critical injuries you die after that time limit goes by if you have not been treated, or if you have not succeeded in self-care or something.
If your critical injury is listed as lethal, someone must make a successful healing roll to save you. Otherwise, you die when the time indicated has passed.
Ooh, and the time limit is 6 minutes.
If you recover attribute points before you die, you can attempt to heal yourself, but the roll gets a -2 penalty.
And I believe that -1, let me see here.
Each person trying to heal you can only roll once.
Oh, I love it. We're going to have to kill this thing first. Or at least have someone distracted until... So, yeah. This is interesting. Okay.
And that -1 goes to the healing roll.
Tom Deus, were you the healer?
Or
Or was that Rob? If it's Rob, this would be hilarious.
So, I don't know. I feel like, from what I remember, anyone can attempt to heal. I don't think I have anything especially...
Well, I just know that one of you two was
advantageous.
literally like the healing bard.
Now,
I'm the distracting bard.
We need to make opposed rolls for this poison.
Oh, geez, the poison as well. I'm
Points-
so sorry,
potency
Clang.
9, yes.
Well, this is why you let the fighter go first. The fighter's paid to die.
It's a learning process. A stealth attack seemed like a good idea.
Oh yeah, they always seem like a good idea. And you're burning in hell.
That looks bad.
Oh, hold on here.
I mean, that looks good for you. Not one success in the whole bunch.
Well, the first die, when he rolled, it was pretty nasty.
Oh yeah.
I'm rolling the poison now. I gotta do it in.
I mean, let's just be clear about this also. Despite whatever happens to Klingerton, this dude's turn is also next. So
Yes. I got one success for the poison, so you need to get at least one success to beat it.
So what do I roll for that?
That is, hold on a second. You will make that roll. With your strength.
what does the potency of 9 mean in the respect to the poison?
That's how many dice I roll to see what you have to roll.
Oh, okay.
My strength is 0, so out of 4.
All right.
What do I roll? A strength of 0?
In that case, what I am going to say, however, is you get to make that roll because all this happens simultaneously. Why don't you make that roll before you take the damage? Actually, no, I'm sorry. I can't do that. If you take a point, you have to take the damage to get poisoned. So,
yeah, what happens when you roll with broken stats?
see.
It doesn't say in the broken area.
Yeah, this may actually be one of those,
Well, it says if an opponent who's lost all strength or agility is defenseless.
Alright, so...
But that's under coup de grace rules, so I don't know if that applies here.
I would simply say that you are paralyzed.
So, not to further complicate this, under poisons do have poisons and diseases do have rules. Each one of them has like a full effect and like a slow effect. If you smear poison on a weapon, it usually gets the slow effect. For paralysis poison, the slow effect is you take agility damage. And I just had it up and now I have to find it again. I think it was 1.
1 point of agility damage.
Yeah, so it might not be that... I mean, it's already bad, it's pretty dire, but it might not be as dire.
Yeah, you would simply take the damage until you're broken. So it doesn't matter anyway, you are simply broken. And bleeding out regretfully. And you had... how many minutes on that?
I rolled for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
What's the average, like, the turn length in this game?
During combat, I would say quite short, maybe... what do they say in D&D? Like 30 seconds per
It's like
round?
6 seconds these days.
Per round. So, now that we've got that taken care of, He takes his second action.
Okay, so now that you're broken in strength, the only action you can take is to crawl.
You're in about the same condition as the guy you were trying to rescue. But
And crawl is basically the same as a run, but crawl is a slow action. But it's the only action you can take, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
alright. The beast lets out a otherworldly scream that makes your blood freeze. Everyone within near range is exposed to a fear attack rolled with 6 dice, and I have 1 success.
I think that's me, huh?
That would be you and Clingerton, because this
He's
attack,
unconscious, though.
Not
he's
technically
still
unconscious.
Knocked senseless, I guess. Okay, sure. The man's already dead. He's dead! He's dead! Leave him alone!
him.
So, is this rolling versus wits?
empathy.
Ooh.
Is it just empathy?
So let me get up there.
I am trying to find fear attacks. I just found that one section.
112. 112.
Yeah, that's just the one paragraph. It tells you nothing. There has to be something somewhere else.
Yeah,
1 point of damage to wits. Okay.
Yes.
But it doesn't say anything about resisting with anything. Okay. You're just saying it's empathy. Empathy. So, just clear this out. Too many windows open. 1 success as well? Was that cancel out?
Yes, it does. Clingerton, however, you take 1 point of damage to your wits.
We have, how long do you have until you die? Did you roll that d6?
2 minutes.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes. So, basically, a long time. The only thing is that we can only roll healing on you once, so.
Our goal is actually not here. Right, so that should be Clingerton?
It should. I don't know what he can do,
He
though.
can
It
crawl,
says
and
can't
crawl
really
is
do
a movement, which means he can go from arm's reach to near.
That's probably
I
what
thought
you
he
want
was
to
paralyzed.
You're knocked senseless, which means you're... Oh, wait, yeah, right, the poison.
do. Yeah, but
Well,
I think the
the
poison only actually damages your agility, so it's gonna hurt your chances of succeeding in your move roll, but it won't prevent you.
You
from
don't
making
have
one.
to roll unless... God, what was the conditions of... you didn't have to... Sorry, I know you don't have to roll to run.
No, you
Crawl.
only have to roll to run into a zone, I believe, with rough territory. Like right here, if you're climbing on where that table is, or over here. Or if you wanted to climb through these pipes or something.
Yeah, crawl prerequisite. You are
Gotcha.
prone. Skill is none. So you
Yeah,
just...
so you just don't roll, you just move. So yeah, you could just move a little further away.
Well, you just move into the zone that I'm in. The dark area.
Right, but I thought the poison was a paralyzing poison.
That's what we just said. Apparently it's not. You took...
It just...
Okay.
You took 1 agility damage, I think, and that was it.
Yeah, what would happen is you would take damage to your agility every turn until you were broken.
Again.
So, that would be your entire move. Bring us back up to the top to Dondeus.
It pains Zondeus to see his, his companions reduced to this state.
Lose the S.
Companion.
There you go.
Companion.
I'm not there yet.
But I don't believe there's much he can do for you. I realize I should have checked this in advance. I was very invested in what was happening to Clingerton. I don't know if I have to reload my bow before taking another shot. Is that an action?
I don't think so.
When do you make your roll on your arrows?
Ooh, I guess I probably should have done that. Let's see, hold on.
Yeah, is that an end of round thing, or is that during? Like, oh, I ran out of arrows.
Looking.
You'd think I'd know too, since I am a bow, but I've never planned to use it.
Okay, I do need to take a ready action to knock a bow, so that is what. So okay, so I do have to take an action to reload, basically.
Yeah, when do you track the arrow resource?
Okay, if we can't find it, I'm comfortable with rolling each time I
Every
make an
time
attack.
you eat a ration of food, drink a ration of water, shoot an arrow. So
there you go. Okay,
so-
let me roll for last turn.
How many arrows do you have? I mean, what's your die size?
My die size is a D8.
Right.
And it's still a
Okay.
D8. Okay. So, a part of me wants to run to Klingerdin's aid, but I'd be no use to anyone if I got close and got stabbed myself. So I'm going to stay at range and loose another arrow. I will use a fast action to ready and a slow action to shoot. Here we go.
Hold on a second, because now Kadek is in your line of fire.
Oh, okay.
Is that real
Here's
or is
where,
that
like-
representational? Because I thought this was all representational due to the...
Yeah, if we were doing this zone style, it wouldn't matter so much. Just like it really wouldn't matter that Klingerdin was behind the monster on the map, just that he's within range of the monster. It's up to you how you want to do it, though. Are there rules in the game for blocking line of sight? I would kind of doubt it because of how zoned combat tends to work.
Well, there is line of sight, yeah. That's page 1... I'm sorry, 88. I was about to read you my zoom on the PDF. That's page 150%.
It's either line of sight or he would have coverage, which would give him armor. D8, you said.
I mean, I guess it counts. The examples are a doorway, shrubbery, or a curtain. And I gotta admit, I am close to a shrubbery curtain.
A shrubby curtain.
Range attacks across the border are not possible, but movement is not affected. That's obscured. That's not even blocked. That's just obscured.
Yeah.
So I guess the question would be like, would I have to first take a move to step around and then get into a better line of sight?
Well, the thing is that you did the ready, and then to even fire would take your second action.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't actually be able to do that. But I could take... Well, actually, I don't know if move is a slow action or not.
Move is a fast action.
But you can also
Okay.
crawl. Then I guess technically crawl is a prerequisite of being prone, so never mind.
Yeah, no thanks. No, I can take one slow, one fast, or two fast, right? So I could ready an arrow and then move into position.
Okay.
So I guess I'll
And
do
honestly,
that.
if you can move somewhere over here, you'd probably right in there.
Well,
be
the
good.
oddity of that now is that this spot here,
Is
well,
within
that's near.
near.
Yeah, so you just put yourself at near.
I mean, listen, this is a question for the DM. If that's where I need to be to take a shot next turn, if I need to put myself in danger, I will do that.
All right. Well, that could have you in danger. The last attack that it did was everything in near range. That was a scream, however.
That's
so you
not as bad.
You may or may not be in danger.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that. I will move up so I have a clear shot. It also has the benefit of putting me a little bit closer to Klingerdin, so I'll be ready to maybe tank hits for him in the meantime.
All right, then. That was your move. Paddock.
I have a question before I start killing myself. Poison. Another question about the poison, since I did look at the poison rules when you brought them up. That only affects him once, or does it affect him over time?
It would affect over time. Let me bring it back up.
I mean, it's best that we figure this out now with a man who's probably dead, rather than figure it out again later with a person who might not be dead. Just, again, throw myself out there.
I'm so sorry, Kling. We're not giving up on you. I promise. I mean, I'm not. I don't know
my
about
thing is that I
Paddock.
have healing magic, but at the same time, I'm also the only one who's about to run in with a sword, so...
Right. It could be a TPK. We'll see what happens. It would be very sad. It would be really funny if Rob comes back and is just like...
A whole new party.
What happened?
Just
Hey, I'm down for it. I love the random role creator, too, so...
Yeah, I think I will try a random character next time.
I'm just wondering, because you said there was a slow effect and a long-term effect or something like that, and
Yeah.
that he took 1 agility damage. Just like, should he be taking 1 agility damage every turn, every minute? How does poison work?
the full effect of poison would be 1 damage each round until you are broken. So once he was broken, he stopped having the effects of the poison.
Broken in that attribute, or broken anywhere?
It says until you are broken.
Okay, because remember, he's broken in strength, but this poison affects agility, which is a different broken effect.
Thank you for trying to kill me harder.
Well, I mean, like you said, we should figure this out now with the dead guy, rather than... Let's Weekend at Bernie's this guy. How does he start dancing when we play music?
And paralyzing says it does damage to agility until broken.
Okay, then should he have taken another point of agility damage on his turn, or does it act on the Scorpion King's turn? I don't know what to call this guy.
Just Scorpion Beast. But again, it doesn't say until your agility is broken. It simply says broken.
That is a weird caveat, but okay. That's where we're going. I would assume it meant till the thing it affects is broken, but if it means anywhere broken...
I would assume that too. It does depend on if broken is a general state that, right? Like how that would work. I would assume within the logic of the world, the poison is going to act on you, is going to damage that, aspect of you or your person until the point where it has...
I guess broken is just a general term now, because I looked through the book, just searching for the word broken, and all of the examples, they'll just describe somebody as broken, not as strength broken or agility broken, so...
Right.
I guess in that respect, that's what it is.
The full effect statement, where it just says until broken, and my argument would have to be, until now, we have taken the rules as written. So my interpretation of that rule as written would simply be broken.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm agreeing with you now. I'm going through, even in the description of broken, when an attribute score reaches 0, you are broken. So,
The two of us say just broken.
Any individual attribute score reaching 0, like a state, makes you broken. Yeah,
I'm good with it.
Right.
If for nothing else, it does simplify things. You don't have to worry about too many simultaneous ongoing effects. When you're broken, you're just screwed. Yep. And that's good enough for me.
Alright, so I run in, and then I attack. I slash, rather. So, longsword attack.
My hero.
Academia. Oh, wow. Well, I can push that. I can actually push that. Says you can push successful rolls.
Yep.
So, I guess... Let me push... Oh, sorry. No, cancel. I did not remove... Well, I just clicked cancel. What are you doing? Alright, well, apparently going down the scroll and saying no, cancel does nothing. Ignore that one. It has 1 extra die in it.
Yeah.
Or wait. You do remove successes, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so ignore that one. Let me reduce that down to a 4. And now I push. That's weird, though, that cancel does not work.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I like
And
that
take
first
a
one a
little
lot
damage.
better, but still, I took 2 damage now.
Yep.
Hold on, because I think... Oh, right, okay, never mind. Never mind, you're good.
But I still have
And
1 success, right?
1 success plus your weapon has a damage of 2.
Hold on, let me
So you
take
would add
damage to
that
my
to your
strength. And then we add my willpower now.
You did a total of 3 points of damage. He needs to roll his armor.
I gotta say, trying to figure out where to click to add ticks to your willpower is so annoying on this sheet. Like, okay, it's not the center of the circle. It's a little to the left. No, yeah. So yeah, 3 damage. And you've lost all your dice.
It's not highlighting my armor.
Oh, I almost forgot. 2 points of damage to my strength, not 1.
Oh, okay. He stops none of it with his armor and takes the full 3 points. You can see that he's starting to have a green liquid, thick and goopy. You presume it might be his bodily fluids starting to pour out of the wounds to him. He is still up and going, however.
Really wish I had not failed that wits roll earlier. I'm on learning fast reflexes.
Alright, so that brings it to him.
Time to die.
That 8 damage I did, it seems to be helping. That's good.
Yeah,
If I
well,
have to die to do 8 damage, I'm fine with that.
that's what we'll carve into your tombstone.
Ooh.
That 8 damage I did really seems to have helped. Clingerton, 1875 to 1876.
Alright, so Kadek, he turns to you.
Uh-oh.
And gives you the deathly embrace. With a powerful leap, he jumps on you and embraces you with its demonic claws. Roll for the attack with a base dice and weapon damage 1, blunt force. The attack hits, the victim is grappled.
So that's 2 damage.
Correct.
And I have armor.
And dodge this attack.
What's that?
Can dodge this attack.
Dodge is a reaction, or does it... Sorry,
Dodge is a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, dodge is a reaction.
So you should be able to do it. You only took the crawl action last time. So you still should have
Dodge
an
is
action
move? Sorry, I don't have any dodge-related stuff because I put everything into parry early on.
Let's see. It might be its own... I think it's its own action. Let me get that table up.
Well, it's not a skill. That's what's confusing me.
Dodge is a fast action that uses the skill move.
Cool. I've only taken minimal damage to my agility so far. Well, let's go ahead and push that. Why not?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's attacking Kadek. I thought he was pouncing on I thought he was pouncing on Clingerton.
No.
There we go.
Yeah, alright. You do end up as prone from dodging.
Yep. Which is that a fast action to stand up? Or is it slow?
It is a
Let's
fast
see. Head up
action
is-
to stand up.
Indeed.
Hardly matters though if he kills me on the second turn.
So, yep, it's his second turn. Right, get a 1 on this one. Yeah, the monsters have a table of attacks and I randomly roll.
I like that in a certain sense, just because it leads it. Well, ultimately it prevents those situations where you're like, oh, I guess I should go easy on them now. It's just like, well, no, it's not my. Anything could happen.
Yeah, that's why I always say the dice are the masters of a tabletop game. Look, I'm not killing you. The dice are killing you.
There we go. Whipping Tail. A lightning quick attack with the beast's tail hits one adventurer Perform an attack with 10 base dice and weapon damage 2. Slashing. If it hits, the victim is thrown to the ground. You're already on the ground. Ooh, but you're looking at 5 slashing damage.
Yeah, all I can do is soak. I don't have any options. Clear dice pool. Studded leather. Does not have a roll? What? Where are you? How do you roll this? I guess I'm just going to put 3 in because I don't know how to roll this from the dice area.
You got an armor button, it's just not colored.
Oh, where's that at? I mean, obviously you see I failed anyway, but...
Yeah, it's to the right of armor rating. It's
rating?
just color. Yeah, you should have an armor helmet.
Oh, okay, no, I see
section.
what you're saying now. Yeah, I see it. But again, too late. I've already rolled, and I've rolled poorly. Oh, God, this is going to be a crit. This is breaking me. So 5 damage. And what does it mean when the damage total goes past broken? Nothing?
Nothing, you just go to 0.
Alright. Alright. Crit time.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, this was what? Slash? You remember what page this was on?
Yes.
198 or something like that?
I think so, very back of the book.
Yep. 198 was stab.
196.
Alright. How do I die? Oh, there's a D66 button on here, isn't there? $34. That's middle of the road.
Not too bad. Wounded shoulder.
Two-handed weapons cannot be used. Good thing my longsword's a one-handed weapon.
And that would heal in 2d6.
Look, after this fight's over, we're gonna have words, we're gonna talk, we're gonna bury a body probably, but we are... I think we can give up a quarter of the day to not getting into a fight again. And again, the whole thing is funny that I can heal anyone but myself, so...
Alright, so that takes us to Clingerton. Still broken, bleeding out.
I'm gonna do the coward crawl and get out of near range.
That is it for your move, correct?
Correct.
Alright. Dondeus.
Oh, look, I
You
put
are
myself
up.
right in your path
boy.
again. I didn't even think about that.
Well, you're prone now, aren't you?
Oh, that's true.
Yes. Yeah, so you are no
Okay.
longer obscured. You can shoot.
I'm still like a curtain. Just a curtain on the ground.
Yeah, I was considering maybe trying to heal someone to get them back up, but there are 2 things. The first is that I only have 3 dice to heal strength damage, and the second is that if I fail, I'll probably just be joining you guys on the ground. So maybe I should just go for damage.
Well, just remember, though, you have to heal him or he dies. And you can only make 1 attempt. So, even if you fail, he's going to die. If you succeed, he'll live.
A
I'm
quick
just wondering if
question.
I'm healing him now.
Would your pride apply to a roll?
That's a good point. What is my pride? My songs can bring warmth to the coldness of hearts.
My heart's almost cold. I'm about to die.
Yeah, maybe if I'm humming while I'm attempting to heal you, that could be something. So a pride would let me roll my a d12.
Yes. And depending on what you roll would give you extra successes.
Also, just want to point out another fold is, he's going to die in 2 minutes. We're like
Exactly.
12 to 18 seconds from the moment he got knocked down.
Yeah, right, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like we may not be at the... We're going to have to deal with it eventually. We don't have to deal with it this second. If I could get him back up... Well, even if I could get him back up, would he be combat ready? Probably not. Let me just check.
Yeah, and it isn't that only one person can try to heal Klingerton. It's just that each of us can only try to heal him once.
I thought that's what I said. If that's not what it came out, then never mind.
Yeah.
That's what I had as well from it.
Because my pointedly in my repertoire is, Zamdeus can try, and if he fails, I'll try, and if I fail, I still have at least one thing to give you strength back, and strength back means that you can try with a -2, which would be a -3 overall, but at least you can try to keep yourself from dying. Past that, you're just fucking dead.
Alright.
The only detriment he would have if he is brought back up and stabilized is he can't use a two-handed weapon.
No, I'm saying getting brought back from broken doesn't bring him back from dying. It doesn't stabilize him. So that's what allows him to do a healing check on himself at a -2, which I'm assuming is also added with a -1 from his wound.
Yes. That is correct.
Okay. I'm just reading all of the healing rules and stuff. So the thing is that I could get, if I succeed in healing you, Klingerton, I could get you up with 1 to 3 points in your strength, assuming I rolled 1 to 3 successes. I'm only rolling 3 dice. I could also roll my personality to try to bump that up. So with my personality, that might be a risk worth taking. I think you're probably still more combat formidable than I am, but if it doesn't work, it sucks. On the other hand, I can plink at him with another arrow.
I have one last thing to say.
Okay.
My last attack that I made was with all my might. I'm broken. You're the only combat effective character right now.
Exactly. So with that in mind, it might make sense to just try to put him down. It seems like he's already looking kind of hurt. Maybe we can drive him off even if we can't kill him. So I'm thinking I'm taking this shot. I can aim, which is nice because at near range, I think I have +0. So I have a +1 to this attack, which would be nifty.
Oh, and real quick, I forgot to tell you on the reference sheets, I actually changed up the combat reference sheets to a horizontal sheet, and it is easier to read now.
I'll be honest, I'm still using the very first one, the PDF one that you linked in Discord a long time ago, because there's everything on it.
I've just been using the book, but I'm going to pull these reference sheets up. That will help, definitely. Okay, I'm rolling. We're balls to the wall. Ride or die. Let's do this. Where's my short bow? Okay, I'm taking +1 from my aim. When you're taking bonuses, where do you add those?
You can add those. Let me see. I'll bring up one here.
Should it be like base dice? I guess it would be base dice.
You could put it in one of the miscellaneous slots. There's gear and skill, but it really.
Yeah, I'll put it as base dice.
As long as you remember to take it back out afterwards.
Okay, well here we go. Wish me luck. Nada. I'm pushing.
Again, you fail, we're all probably gonna die.
I have no marksmanship. That would be something to invest in. Here we go, pushing.
Oh!
Okay. Alright, that's something. I think I want to spend a willpower and push one more time, because we really, really could use all the successes we get.
Well, that only gives you 2 more dice.
It'll only give me 2 dice, but they could be successes. And I'm going to take damage to my marksmanship is agility. I'll take damage to my agility either way.
Actually, that damage it's going to happen is to your bow. Because that skull is in your gear dice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm using my Dwarven Resilience, and we're going to do this, spending willpower.
You pulled the string and you got a little crack in it.
Yeah, this raggedy-ass bow. So I am going to reduce my weapon die by 1 for this additional push. And that didn't ultimately... Oh, I shouldn't have rolled the...
Yeah, you forgot to take those two out, so... Null roll doesn't count.
Okay, null roll doesn't count. Let me fix this. So it's down to 1.
Growing pains, that's all.
Growing pains. Okay, so that didn't help me. I got more willpower to spend, and I still have dice to roll. I'm gonna do it. Okay. I think that's as far as we go because I just broke my bow. So the total was...
3?
Total was 3 damage. 2 successes, 1 damage from the bow, and my bow took 2 damage. So now I think it's pretty much useless.
So now we just need him to soak nothing.
That's right, my...
Hey God, his
Armor
armor
is-
dice never work.
That's weird, it worked the first time. There we go. No successes.
Oh, hooray.
And that arrow buries right into his midsection. And he drops over dead.
Look at me! And my mom said I'd never amount to anything.
He had exactly 3 hit points left. Well, 3 strength left. Exactly.
Okay, you have
Okay.
performance, right?
I do. Performance? So I thought that this would work, but so it's gonna be medicine for strength and wits damage, and it's performance for strength and agility is healing, and then wits and empathy is performance. So I can't actually use my good performance for that. But I'm gonna try to do this. Should I try to get you up first, Theta? Because it sounds like you can heal, right? So you might have a better chance of healing.
Yeah, I have the spell I can use too. But my thing is that I can use the spell only to allow him to... what I would be doing to him is what you're doing to me, which would just be giving him a chance to heal himself. So maybe you should roll your healing first.
Okay.
To see if you can heal him from death.
Okay.
And then after that, we can do fallbacks.
All right. It's still just not going to be great. Although maybe this is the time when I include my personality to hum to him while I'm doing it. If you'll allow that, DM.
It's cold hard, right?
Yeah, it does kind of read like this is more of an empathy type.
Have you never seen
paladin.
any Lifetime original movies? You are my sunshine. Of course, he's saying that to a dead baby, typically in a Lifetime original movie, so who knows?
Right, yeah.
I've watched some horror movies.
I'll allow it.
Okay, should I roll that after I do my main roll, or before?
Do that... I would say after.
Okay. So here's the roll for Klingerdin to not be dead. I guess I'm addressing his severed artery.
Ow.
Got bad news for you, Klingerdin.
You put your knee on his neck.
I can still use my pride, and you know what? If I use my pride and I still fail, it means I lose my pride for like the rest of this session and all of next session. But I feel personally bad that I told you to sneak attack that monster, so I'm gonna do it because I don't want you to die. So here we go. Okay, 5. I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm looking it up.
I think
right
your
now.
G12 is basically just a normal die. It just goes up to 12, which means that you got below a 6.
Still be
What did you roll?
failure. I rolled a 5. I was so close.
Your successes. The way it works is you rolled what size? A D12?
Yeah.
Alright, so at 6 and 7, you would get 1 extra success. At 8 and 9, you would get 2 extra successes. 10 and 11, you would get 3. And at 12, you would get 4. And that's on page, I think it says 50.
Like I said, it's basically like rolling the d6, except you have all those extra ways. But you got a 5, which is basically just rolling a normal 5.
Yeah, it works the same way as the artifact dice for magic
Welcome
items.
to the wide world of death, Clingerton. Well, not
Yeah,
yet. You're not dead yet.
yet.
It's just he's used his one chance.
I can still use an attempt to get Katic up, which I guess is what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
It's also going to be healing. It's not great, but let's try it.
Katic grabbing at his shoulder.
And we're going to push that. And we're going to spend willpower and push again. Wow, I got one last willpower point, and this is it, and I'm pushing it. Don't you dare die on me.
Well, I'll not. Not even at risk.
Wow.
It's not like you can do anything to me if I do.
I could not get a single success out of all of that, and I'm just tapped out.
So,
my arms are giving out.
I guess just means that Clingerton is gonna die.
Coming from the other side of the room, you can hear a death rattle come from that guy that was laying on the ground.
I didn't even remember him. Ah, shit. Okay. Everyone's dying. I'm gonna have some real guilt issues.
The time it takes to recover from the broken condition on your own, without healing, is well past the time Clingerton takes to bleed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it, unfortunately. I think Dom Deus is just going to sing Clingerton a remorseful song as he watches the lifeblood drain from him.
You are my sunshine.
God, Jesus.
The weeping, snot-filled, you are my sunshine edition.
Alright, so Clingerton was carrying 2 daggers, a backpack, a water skin, lockpicks, a grappling hook, D6 in food and water.
I guess just post that in chat if Dom Deus wants to loot you, since I still have to take all this time. I'm knocked out still. Dom Deus is the only... Dom Deus could kill me if he wanted to right now. Coup de grace if you can pass an empathy check.
Yeah, I was about to
There
say...
you go. I just kill everyone and make off with my 2 silver jugs.
This has been the best adventure yet!
Profits are
Starves
going
to
up.
death on the way back to town.
I think after a long and painful moment of saying goodbye to Clingerton, Dom Deus is not going to loot the body. He is going to try to gather up what weapons he can and take a defensive stance at the door to the north to make sure that Katic has time to recover without further, monsters attacking us.
All right.
So Dan, put a mark on your belt.
That's the first time in years.
Fell combat.
How much gold is in a silver? Or sorry,
10.
how many silver is in gold?
It's 10.
10.
Okay.
10, 10, 10.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the how do we earn XP chart.
I'm not going to take up any more time, but I guess sometime between now and next week, we can go over how I roll my character in a random manner. And fill out a new sheet.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if there's no real rolling for that, so if you just want to make him up, do you have the access to everything?
I have the books, but I haven't done the random rolling yet, so I would like some guidance, and I will need a new sheet. I don't want to try to empty my sheet and then miss something.
Gotcha.
So you can just put Clingerton in the morgue file that you can make and give me a new sheet.
All right.
And I will just sit here and enjoy watching the rest of you play. I might learn something.
Yeah, don't trust Dom Deus.
Don't trust Dom Deus.
You know, it's funny.
hard-earned
The hilarious
lesson.
thing to me is that my first reaction was, okay, I'm going to run in there, I'm going to strike this thing, which would have gotten me hit instead of you, and I'd be dead. But Dom Dace is like, we can sneak around. Go stab the thing in the back.
Seemed tactically sound, but I guess maybe the right choice was to say, wow, that thing's really scary. Let's just hide and hope that he leaves, and then we'll just go in and investigate the body
I don't know, he's got
afterwards.
90s era CGI, I think we can handle it.
Okay, you should have access to a new sheet now.
All right.
And if it's any consolation, I have destroyed my pride for you. Klinger did. It's going to take a while for me to get past this one.
Well, yeah,
Yes,
because
it
next
will.
session you can't use it, and the session after that you have to come up with a new one.
You
Yeah.
have no pride.
So yeah, what time of day is it right now?
It is, I believe, still daytime.
So it's what, two more quarters of the day left?
Correct. Once when you're not when you're not on the hike part of the adventure, it doesn't get tracked as heavily.
Well, I'm gonna say maybe we should make a camp. So,
Yeah, maybe we should.
which means that we
Maybe
go
we
back
should.
into that kind of tracking. So, because
Now,
a rest will get us all back our statuses and whatnot.
Well, maybe we can't, though, in the middle of a hostile dungeon. Is that... I don't know what the situation is.
Oh, Dan, I can't access my sheet.
give me just a second. There was the tower out here where Daub had made camp. That might be safe.
It's true, we could always just go
Backtrack,
back down.
crawl across. Do you feel like you're up for crawling across that chain again that you barely made the first time? With all of your resources?
With all my resources. Yeah, I do have an agility damage. I'm down to 2 dice.
I mean, I think I
although-
could still make it, even with all my damage.
I mean, Klingerdin did have a grappling hook, so we could maybe use that to get like a gear bonus or something. It would still be risky, and I am pretty much tapped out of my Dwarven resilience. I'm only so resilient.
And also, you said you were checking that northern door to see if everything was clear. It is clear. However, what you do see is what might be large bird-looking things up here. But it looks... Oh, sorry, I'm back on the GM layer. Up here, but it looks like they have arms and legs. They don't seem to be paying attention to you, though.
Oh, fun. Okay. Ain't like any birds I ever seen.
I will also tell you that the laboratory room you're in does have an intact roof.
And that is good to know. We haven't really, investigated this area either. Maybe we should do that
Now is not
first.
really the time to investigate more areas.
I mean, we're in the room. I assume...
Looking down at Klingerdin's dead body. Now is not the time to investigate more areas. We need to rest and recuperate. By the way, are you gonna eat that? And I point down to his thing of rations.
I was just gonna shrug, help yourself. I'm not hungry.
The water either? You thirsty?
I think I still have water. Let's see.
Well, I mean that I'm upping my rations to D8 by taking his D6 of rations.
Yeah, and I have D8. You can have it. I have D6 food and water, but it'll be okay.
Alright. Would I be safe to say that you took this 2 silver while I was down?
Yeah, I'll take the silver.
Alright, and I don't care about any of the rest.
And you got full access on that character sheet now?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Are you sure that you can't cross the chain?
I'm fairly sure. I don't know what the penalty for failure on. I guess the penalty would be not getting back across. But yeah, I'm gonna say it was by the grace of the gods that I made it across the first 2 times, and I'm in no condition right now.
And you don't think it's safe enough to make a rest here?
We might be out of... If we can't cross back, then we're kind of out of options. I guess I could always... Well, here's a question for Dan. If I were to fail that check, or if I were to fail like a movement check in general, I feel like last session when this happened, it basically just meant we make no progress, so we cannot cross. If that's the case, then I wouldn't mind trying to cross the chain and seeing if I could make it, and then worst case, we're stuck here. If the penalty is I fall to my death and or get broken on the rocks below, that's more of a risk than I'm willing to take.
I was about to say, if there was a fall and you die, I was going to say, I'm perfectly fine crossing, taking a rest, and then spending the rest of the session you two making new characters.
You know what? The wrong son died. I'm just going to say that. But yes, I'd be fine with that too, if we want to go that way.
I would say that if you failed that roll, you would fall. I wouldn't let you fall completely to your death. You would fall a short distance, take some damage, and have a chance to grab onto something.
Okay, then.
Now, of course, if you fall, take a couple points of damage to your strength, that could break you as well.
That could break me. Also, I imagine if I fell, took some damage, and then had to climb out, it would probably be a strength roll.
I don't think
could
so.
Be agility.
Yeah, Theta, what did you roll to climb?
Move, which is agility.
Okay, so it would be agility, which is still same situation, not great. I'm willing to risk it if you want to do it. If you want to like cross back over, try to get somewhere safe to rest up for the night, I'm game to do that. But before we do, I am going to at least check the body of this guy. I want to know who Klingerdin died trying to save. So I want to investigate that, the other dead guy in the room.
All right, then. In that case...
I mean, technically, you could have been doing that before I even got back up, so...
Sure, yeah.
What you can find is... he has a couple of silver pieces. 3 of them. You find a journal.
A journal, okay.
You also find a map.
Ho ho.
At first glance, the map looks like it is a local region. The forest that lies to the west, on the other side of the river. There's a couple things marked on there. Now, the journal. Can you read and write?
Oh, geez, I don't... I must. I have ink and parchment, so I assume I do.
It's a bit lengthy, but I can give you a little quick information. The first thing you notice, make a quick lore check.
Lore, here we go. That is 1 success.
All right.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that was a healing roll, not a lore roll.
Now you pass a healing roll.
I know, right? Okay, let me try that again for posterity. That is a fail. I'm not gonna push it, so I'm gonna fail that lore roll.
In that case,
actually, wait, no, hold on. Okay, sorry, no, timeout. There's a way to game this. If I push this, I'm gonna get willpower back, which I want, and all I will lose is wits, which is not actually that big of a deal right now, especially if we're gonna rest up. So I am gonna push it.
All right.
And I'm gonna take 2 points of Laura's wits. 2 points of wits damage with no successes, but then I get 2 willpower or 1 willpower for taking damage.
You took 2 points of damage?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Total,
Then
yes.
you get 2 willpower.
All right, awesome.
1 power for each point of damage to a maximum of 3.
That is good to know as well. Okay.
And now maybe you can cross that bridge.
Right? There is quite a bit in that journal. It would take you some time to read into it and figure out what it says.
Okay, I'll take the journal with me. Is that a tiny object? I assume the map is.
Yes, and the map is in a case with a sling on it, so you can throw it over your shoulder. Or you could toss it into a backpack.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm
It's waiting
adding
for
this to my
a defeat of
inventory.
expectations there. No, the map is actually painted on a wall-sized mural.
It's etched into a slab of stone, 3 feet by 3 feet.
See, it's
It would
actually
be.
tattooed in the back of this man's skin.
That would need some
Okay.
empathy checks to take that map with you.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm also I'm picking up Klingerdin's grappling hook as well. I assume that might be able to give me a gear bonus. So.
No rope, just a grappling hook. What are you holding onto it like a hook? Just.
Is it just? Wait, is it just the hook?
Said grappling hook.
Oh,
The
come
thing
on!
you tie to the end of a rope. No rope though.
No rope.
Ah, come on, Klingerdin, what were you doing? Well, I'll take the grappling hook anyway.
I have a
suppose.
quick question about character generation. For one of the first steps where you first get some skills, I got manipulation 1, and now for my formative events, I got manipulation 2, so that means a total 3.
Yes.
Okay.
All right then. That was Dandeus trying to get across.
No, that was his lore check.
Oh, sorry, that was my lore check. I haven't rolled yet. I'm trying to figure out what a grappling hook would weigh. But for some reason they don't have weight in the gear section. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I guess it's your call, Dan. What do you think? Would it be light? Would it be normal? I've never seen a grappling hook
It
up
weighs
close,
normal.
so I don't know. It's normal?
Yeah, page 182, grappling hook. Weight normal.
Grappling hook. Wait, normal. I'm sorry. I just didn't see that for whatever reason. Thank you, though. Okay, normal.
Yeah, honestly, whenever I get to those tables, I set my PDF viewer back to looking at both pages at the same time.
But yeah, no, you should make the checks first so I can see and watch if you die.
Yes, I will go first. That's fine.
Oh, I'm gonna make all these broad, bold statements, and I'm gonna be the one who. Ah!
I do think that move is a skill that I will probably be investing some skill points into. Oh my god, Miracle of Miracles, that's a success.
All right. Not a fail. Yep, there we go. I'm good. I was made for this.
All right. You both make it back across into the large hall building where you had found those guest rooms as well as kitchen and that large dining area.
Time to make a camp.
All right.
Okay.
Which is actually
What
a
happens when
roll,
you roll
isn't
the
it?
same formative event twice?
Is.
Yeah, I guess I forget how we did this. Am I helping assist you with the camp roll? Is it like survival?
What's your survival?
Right now I'm rolling 4.
That's. I think it's better than me. Go for it.
Okay.
And you can help, I believe, on that roll.
Yeah, sure. Take +1.
Roger that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's push it. What is survival is wits. We're about to make camp. I'm going to push.
That'll break you, won't it?
Will it?
That's
I
two.
guess...
You only have 2 attribute left. Or is it 2 or 3? Sorry, I'm looking at you in a
No,
different way.
you're right. You are right. I only have 2 wits left. It would bring me to 0, which would break me.
But if you make camp and rest all night, you heal all attribute back.
Yeah, this might be the time to do it if I am going to get busted up.
But if you only have 2 attribute, how are you rolling 3 dice? Do we get, like, 1 base?
Oh, I added 1 for you helping me.
Okay. I'm, like, suddenly confused. I was like, wait, what? That's why I was like, I'm not looking at this right. Something's wrong.
I might be wrong, I'm just making assumptions, but when there's, like, bonuses, I've just been adding it to the base dice.
So I guess it's mishap time.
Well, unless I push, which I can.
Which will break you.
Take damage. Yeah, but then we're just gonna nap anyway, right?
Well,
Hopefully.
what's this? Survival goes to what now?
Survival goes to wits, but I don't
Wits.
think you can get a critical injury from pushing.
No, you cannot.
No, I'm not talking about critical injury. That's not what I care about right now.
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing that would be like lasting
Wits is
damage we have to
horror.
deal
Wits
with.
is horror. If you get broken on your wits, you run away.
Oh, I guess that would be problematic.
Yeah, you weren't here for Rob's run away, the thing I keep making fun of him for.
No. No.
So
okay,
it might
then.
not be very effective to make a camp and then have you run away from it.
Okay, that is a very, very fair point. So I guess we will just deal with the mishaps. What does that look like?
Well, these could screw us up too. It's a D66.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
players roll for that. I actually have the mishaps set up in the macros.
Or that.
Grand.
And the high
63.
numbers are always bad anyway.
They're bad, right? This is great.
You go into the collection. I got macros set up for all those mishaps, and you should have access.
He already rolled it though. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm sorry. Collection. I'm just, I'm not used to using macros. I should be by now. I see though. There's these buttons at the end. Got it. Okay. Sorry. I know for next time.
But what did you roll?
Lost gear. 63 is lost gear,
63.
which means the GM decides. A randomly
Don't take my
selected
crafting
adventurer
hook.
has lost a piece of gear. The GM decides what was lost and if it can be found.
What table are you looking at?
Mishaps.
Okay, I got
Camping.
you. All right. Let me see some.
So literally the next to the worst.
Yeah.
Dom Dace is on a roll today.
I am on a roll. I've got. Well, I mean, I guess gear would include food, water, arrows, and all of that. That would really suck. Personally, I'm carrying ink, feather, parchment, 2 silver jugs, a map of the local forest, the journal I picked off the alchemist's body.
In total
and
fairness
the
to you, Red, a random player. So, you could have made me lose an object too.
That's fair. I just want to let Dan know.
A randomly selected.
Well, here I will. I got a D6 I can roll right here.
Well, to say of the 2 sentences, a randomly selected next sentence. The GM decides. These 2 things do not equate.
So, Theta, high or low?
High.
All right, you're the one losing.
Oh, come on. I don't even see any results on the screen.
It's whispered.
Oh, you can't whisper that.
All right. Oh, I did it wrong. Nope, I did it wrong again. What am I doing here?
I don't know. I never use slash roll. I always do boxes, so. Same way Arcloid's doing.
Yep, you're still the one who loses.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, sure. At the same time, at least I can see it. So do I
Alright.
lose.
Let me see here, looking at your character sheet. Your bottle of ink opens up overnight when you put your backpack down, and it leaked all over your parchment.
Mondays.
Delete that.
Okay, so now I've got...
This has been a good time.
Right? This has been a good time. Just worst day ever. Death.
However,
loss.
you can successfully make camp and rest for the night, so it doesn't affect that.
All things considered, this was not the worst that could have happened, I guess.
And if you could give me a quick minute, I will be back. Actually, if we wanted to take a short break.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm ready for a short break.